Hello guys, Oneshot here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to code a legit bot, or it can be a rage bot if you want to. But I have a base here. It's a paste that I just removed almost everything from, so it's empty hooks here. Also, it have a ImGUI, old version of ImGUI, so it's not like the newest tutorial I have. But don't think about this because we won't use that really. We will just create aimbot here. So to begin, I've created a class here, or I will create a class. I have created a class here. Let's see where that class is here. It's here, okay? So in here, I want to create some functions that I'm going to use. So first, just to make this tutorial interesting, I will make a function. So, or not, no, I won't do that. I will make first target selection. So it's like the closest player to the crosshair. To do this, you guys need to have a pretty good, or not pretty good, but a decent SDK with most of the engine functions. And coding without an SDK for CSGO is, yeah, I don't think you should do that because you have everything. So let's begin here. Let's make a target selection system, and I want to do it so it's closest to the crosshair. I will see here in this source where I can get stuff. So I want to copy those maybe copy these two string. I don't think I need that. This one maybe. Let's see what I have in here. Okay, that's I don't want. No, this one. Okay, I think this one it's the header file. So there's a lot of shit here. Okay, including all of that into this one. So here, I later use it here. So get target, like something like that. I want it to be maybe a entity, C-base entity, and it's going to be a return value of the pointer to an entity. So get closest entity to crosshair. I think I spelled that right. Enemy. Let's enemy to crosshair. I think it's spelled. I'm not sure, guys. I'm so bad at spelling. There should be. I don't think I wanna put any parameters in it. Let me think. I might wanna do that. I don't think I need to. So, yeah. And let's do this, and we get it in this file, like this. Okay. So inside of this file here, inside of this function, we need to, based off our crosshair, we need to get also based off the enemy's location, we need to get the distance, and then we need to compare. We need to do like a bubble sort, but just one iteration. If you guys understand how a bubble sort works, it like puts the value, it sorts by taking either the biggest or lowest value and comparing it with every other value, and then puts it at the bottom, and then it does that again and puts it so it like builds up a sorted list. But I will only do it once, so we get the smallest value, and that will be the delta to the closest entity, and we will store that value, and we will get the entity. I'll show you guys how I'm doing it here. That maybe didn't make fully sense, 100% sense, but yeah, let me show it here. So I wanna use, let's see, is there a interface, no. I removed everything, so I don't have any references here on which functions this base uses. Let's see if I can do it like global. There's nothing like that. G dot. Let's see what we have here. I don't think that's what I want. No. Interfaces. There was interfaces. There. Okay. And then I want to get the engine, because I know in the engine there's a function that gets the view angles. So get view angles here, and it gets a vector. That's wrong. It should get a Q angle, but this source is returning a vector for some reason. Probably everything is vector in this source, I don't know. But let's make a var here. Okay. Did I just... Yeah, fucked up here. I was supposed to do that and not paste. Okay, so... okay. Put it here. And now we have grabbed our engine view angles. So if we take a look here, we now have our angle, and now we need to also get like all the entities and compare the distance between our angle and angle to them. So we get a delta, and we by that delta will be comparing. Like you can see, the distance from the crosshair to this player is smaller than to this and this. So when I'm doing this like bubble sort, this player will be like it had the closest smallest delta. So that player will be like the return value of this function. So I want to do a for loop. I want to start at 1 and I want to end at 74 here. Okay. Because the first entity in the entity list is always the, I think it's the world, is the local player maybe. No. HLTV, I think it's called. GoTV, yeah. So, and the last entity in the list that is guaranteed to be a player is 74. So, let's see here. I wanna do a C base entity pointer here, like this. So, and I also want to return this one. So, okay. This tutorial will be pretty long, I think. There's a lot of stuff to go through here. Also, I'm going to check that I'm recording. I am 8 minutes already, and I haven't even done this. Okay, so let's get the player here, or the entity. I want to have this as the red entity, maybe. Let's have it something like this for now. And then we'll do like this. I want to use an interface here to grab the client entity list. Grab the entities. Let's see what it's called. Here it is, most likely. Get client entity, and it's a number, so it's good. Make it I here. Now we have grabbed an entity, so let's first check if the entity is an entity here, like if it's not null, and then I want to check if it's most likely if it's dormant. It's not dormant, I think, yeah. And then I want to check if it's alive. And then if the team is not equal local player team, and I have like global pointer to in create move, the hook we're going to do this. I have already let's see, assigned a local player here, so and I also will make a check for it if it's so it's not null. And yeah, so we use it here to compare the local player with the entity in this loop here to see that it's like valid. So if it's an entity and it's like not null and it's not dormant and it's alive and it's not in our team, then we'll do some checks here. Let's see. I want to get my distance maybe, or my location, or the enemy location. Let me think here. I want to do it as good as I can here. So let's make a float here. Let's see, do I have a math? There's nothing with math here. G.math, no. Calc angle, it's not defined like that. Let's see here in our math functions here. C math, so it's a class, and hopefully it have all that we need. It looks like it have a lot of stuff here. So I wonder where it's here, gmath. Okay, gmath dot calc angle. We wanna do it. Let's see here. We wanna calculate the angle from our location to the enemy location, and then we wanna subtract our view angle from that, and then we will get the delta. So let's see what we wanted first. We wanted the source. Yeah, let's grab the local view angles. No, the local head pos, if there's something like that here. I position, that will do, and it's most likely just origin plus the vec view offset, and that's the like head position, almost. And then we will get their head position as well. Let's see, eye position. Okay, we won't use this eye position later on in the aimbot where we are aiming at them, because it's not accurate. It's sort of accurate, but not accurate enough for you to aim at it. But selection is fine, I think. It doesn't really do much of a difference. So, and let's see here. Why? I don't want to do it. I want to step through it here later. So, oh, it was defined, but let's do it a vector here anyways. Angle, or does it return? Yeah, so the delta should be view angles, or the angle dot y minus view angles dot y. Also, I could do it like this, probably, if this SDK have it. No, it won't let me do it like, yeah, maybe it will. Yeah, but will it return it? No, but let me do a function here that will like this. Let's see. What the fuck? Not suitable construct exit from pointed to, yeah. Okay, and then we'll clamp this, and then we'll return it. Okay, so now this will clamp, temporary clamp, and return it. So let's like that. And I want the Y from it, so okay. So that should be the delta. Also, I need to have a temp var here that's going to be the the value we are checking against. So let's call that best delta. And I'm setting it to float max because that's the highest. I don't think this delta will go over 360 degrees, but it looks nice, so let's do that. Okay, so if delta is less than best delta equals delta, and best entity equals the entity here. Okay, let's also name it best entity like that. Okay, so with this function now we should compare and return the best entity. So I will see, we will soon see if this really works. But this is the first function. Okay, let me just take a better look and clean it up a little bit. Okay. Okay, I think this is good. So that's get the closest enemy to crosshair, and now let's make a function that aims at it, or not really. Let's see if it's really works first. So let's make a function called and also make it a bool. Let's make it called aim. Like this, and then turn it, let it turn green, and then do like that. Okay, so now inside of here I want to have it at the top. Let's call this function and then take that an entity and aim at it with the calc angle and stuff like that. So C base entity equals like that. Also, it needs to be a pointer. If the entity is it returned an entity. If it returns an entity, we know it's all of these are correct, so it's alive and it's not dormant and it's an enemy. So no more checks here. Okay. Now we should just calculate an angle to it. Let's do our eye position to, and yeah, the angle to it here, and then let's set the angle as well, so we can see if it's working. So it's inside of the interfaces, engine, we have a function called set view angles as well. So let's do that. And that's, oh, and that one is also angle. Okay, so if we do this now, we will set the angle to the enemy. Okay, so this could be like the simplest aimbot you can make, but I will do this check, and I'm going to do some smoothing, so it can be used actually, and not just a rage spot like this. So I want to do an if statement here, and I want to get a sync key state here, and I don't have any. Oh, what's the name of it? I'm so tired, guys. What the fuck is the name of? It's VK, of course. Okay, so if this, if I'm pressing middle mouse button, this shit will happen, and also return true, like this. This is so we can like do shit later with this function. See if we are in aimbotting and stuff like that. So most likely, hopefully, it will not have some issues now with compiling, but you never know. Doing it like this, creating the object and exposing it to everything else up here, and we should be good to compile. If not, I will fix it, and yeah, I will pause and fix it, and I will come back if it doesn't build. Hopefully it will build. Let's see. This video is going to be pretty long. Yeah, here's some issues. Yeah, there's some issues here. Let's see. No, I think you guys want to see how I fix it, if there's like an error, because then you can fix stuff like this yourself if you understand how I do it. So I think it's CBase entity here is not correctly included into our legit bot here, and I don't really know exactly how it's included into the, I removed the other functions, so I don't have, if I have, no, I removed everything, so I'll have to figure it out here. Okay, so incomplete type, or what? This one shouldn't be incomplete. Is it because I did it like this? Wait, is this the issue? Not really. This is really weird, and I'm so tired so I don't. Let's see. Error type, but what the fuck? Let me rename the whole class here and see if it's like some other class that's legit bot, and see if it fixes itself with our rename here. Still not allowed name. What the fuck? See legit bot. Oh, I think I might have fixed it. So some other class is probably already named legitbot. Let's see if there's any errors. Here we have some errors. One or multiple defined. Here we can see player list already defined in hooks.obj. Is it? Let's see. Will it let me build now? Or did I break something? Nice. Okay. Let's see here in hooks if I can, if local player, then we're gonna do, I might have to, yeah, I will need to include, now there can be more issues, include legitbot, and then legitbot dot aim. Oops. Build. Let's see. Hopefully it builds without any errors. Probably gonna get some errors, but no. Nice. Okay. Let me start injector here. It should be this DLL here. So build. And I wanna also put a breakpoint here. And let's see. Inject. Let's see when it hits here. If it will. Yeah, it did. Okay, let's step. Go into the function. See. And I need to press middle mouse button for this to continue. Let's press it and continue. Nice. Let's see. Go into this. I didn't? Or what did I do? Yeah, I did. It just stepped down here. What the fuck? Okay. So this is 0 and this is max float. It's the biggest float number a float can have. And let's go in here. Let's see. It found the first entity and that's the me, I think. Let's see. I think all of this will work. So let's put a breakpoint here and press continue. Okay. So this should be an enemy. So my eye position, their eye position. Let's see, do I get the angle? Yes, I did. And it's not clamped, I can see, because 266 is not the correct value. But I don't think that makes a big difference. Maybe it does, I don't know. We'll see. Delta, it's -70. So it's a low value. Oh, wait. I have done one thing wrong here. I have the delta, but the delta should not be like the y angle here. That was totally bad of me to do. It should be the length of the vector. So I know this shit won't work correctly. I did get an entity here, but it's not correct. So let me go into this and go into this function here and make it so it's not the y, it's the length, like this. Now it should get the correct entity. I'm sorry. Hopefully it will get the correct entity, else I know it's like, yeah, what happened here? Did I aim at his head? That's most likely. So now it will be comparing here, and now it should be the closest to my crosshair. I might have to clamp this one as well, but let's see. Yeah, it goes to him, it goes to that guy, goes to that guy, goes to that guy. I haven't corrected for any recall yet, but I will implement that soon. As you can see here, it goes up like this. This is the first step to an aimbot. Then I know that my target calculation is working. So yeah. Then we know this is working correctly. Let me clamp this anyway. And now this one is good. Okay. Inside of aim, I think I want to make a new, might want to make a new function that smooths, does some smoothing. So let me close CSGO here and create a new function here. I want it to return a vector, and I want it to be called like smooth. I think it's spelled like that. Yeah, it's going to be called like that right now. So the value it's going to be. No, I want it to be a reference to the angle. So angle and probably a float smooth value. Okay. It doesn't need to be a reference. I'm tired, guys. So yeah, this will work. This will work great. So here we have it. Oops. I wanna doing it. I wanna get the view angles here. Most likely I could just do it like, I want to use these angles, so instead of calling this function here, maybe I can pass it as a reference, only having to call this function once. Function calls are pretty like they are, you should not call functions that much if you want to have a good performing code. So I wanna put, I wanna change this function and make it get a reference to it, or get a reference parameter here for the view angles. Like this. Now it complains because that function isn't defined, but fixing it like that. I should have done this from the beginning, but I didn't. So yeah, now that function is good, and only get the view angles once, because they won't change. They won't change except when I'm changing them here, but yeah, that's original view angles. So now we made it like that. This function is still the same. I can make it smaller by doing some fancy stuff here. Also, I know that this angle is correct. Make it a one-liner, just so I get as little code as possible. You shouldn't always do like I'm doing here, because this is hardest to debug, and yeah, other people can't understand what I'm doing here. But you have seen how I did it, and now I've made it into less code. I like to do it like that. Not always, but I think it looks pretty. Okay, so here's the view angles. Pass the view angles to this function, and I want it passed to this function as well. And a reference is better than putting the whole object, because then it has to copy the object, and that's not that fast. It's not like you will have any really noticeable difference, but if you do it on all your functions, like calling this in all your functions and other stuff as well in all your functions, it will stack up, and in the end you will have a really unoptimized sheet. So let's like this, and I want to have it. Do I wanna return or do I wanna modify? I'm not fully sure. I think actually I wanna modify, so let's make it a void instead. Okay. This looks good. Also, I wanna have a default smooth value of 10. Let's see. Okay. Now let's do the smoothing here. So we have our view angles and we have the angle. So to do some smoothing, we're going to get the delta and we're going to divide the delta by our smoothing value, and then we're going to add the delta back to our view angles to get the correct aimbot, like smooth aimbot angle. And this will work all around, so there's no seams or anything. So it's seamless smoothing. Yeah, it's pretty good. So let me get the delta. Delta equals view angles minus angle. Might have to flip this later, I'm not fully sure. It's probably angle minus view angle. I'll have to test, I'm not 100% sure. So this is the delta. And let's just... I don't think division by 0 is something that happens in C++, but let's do it like that. That's the delta, and yeah, we can probably just do like that, most likely. View angle plus the delta. This is probably the only thing we need to do. Let me see. So we got the angle, and now let's smooth it. So we have a smooth. I wanna pass the view angles and the angle, and the smooth value can be the default 10 that I just added. With it being 10, there we won't crash if it's 0. Okay, what did I do wrong? Did I fuck something up here? It's most likely vector. Yeah, of course. Let's see. No. SDK, yeah. Is it mat.h? But that's already... oh, what's in here? Vector. Will this cause me a problem? That's the question. And why? Or smooth not found. What the fuck? Did I fuck something up? Have I really fucked something up right now? Yeah, of course, guys, fucking. Yeah, that's why. Most likely. Okay. I'm tired, guys. Oh. build. Yeah. Let's go into the map, attach, and inject. Oops, it starts to, no, it works. Probably now the smoothing will be working. Let's see, that's the angle, view angles, that's the angle. And because of me not doing like several bars here, I did a one-liner, I have hard time to debug it, but I can see that, let's see, I think it will work. It was like, let's see. If not, then I will just flip these two. No, didn't I edit it? Or is this like a really quick smooth? No, I don't think so. Let's make it... Let's do that. Angles equals... No. Fuck dudes. I'm so... yeah. Yeah, sometimes I do weird shit. This is how it's going to be. View angles plus the delta here will be the correct angle. I just set the view angles. Probably I can recompile without errors. Now it should be smooth. If not, I will switch those. Yeah, you can see it goes. Yeah, it worked. But why the fuck can't I aim at that guy? All of these works, except okay. I need to clamp something. So smooth, probably clamp the delta, clamp, and also clamp the whole thing like that. Let's see, it's 43 minutes for fucking aimbot. Okay, this one works. Let's see. Yeah, it just needed some clamping, that was all. So this is like smooth aimbot. Also, I can add a var for it, so I can change the smooth here. But I don't think I'm going to do that yet. So now we have the smooth there. Now I wanna add some. I wanna compensate for my recoil. So let's do it here. This is the angle to that player. Get plus get punch angle. Oops, times 2 I think it is. So let's see if that makes it. Let's see, I wanna have him at God mode, so I think it works, except it's in the wrong direction, so do minus. Yeah, and the smooth is making it like, let's see here. I think the smooth, yeah, the smooth is not like fully at the head, so that's why it's not fully compensating. I actually wanna do this somewhere else. I wanna no, I wanna do it there, and I also inside of my closest enemy to crosshair calculation, I wanna think I wanna remove it or add it here as well, so I get if I do a FOV check, I can do a FOV check here like this, and delta is less than 3. Now when I spray, it should follow my recoil, so if and not just be my tip here. If I go here, I think it's more than 3 degrees, so I wouldn't be able to aimbot. You can see now I have a FOV check. I'm holding the aimbot key, but nothing happened. Now it happened. I'm going slowly to it, and now it aimed. So that was a simple FOV check I just did there. Let's see if it stops shooting when I'm spraying now, or if it continues tracking the head. It continued to track the head even though I'm really far, like down here. So that compensated and fixed for that. So that's good. Let's see here if I want to make it a little bit snappier here. Here I want to have a 3 FOV here, so a 3 divide by 3, so it's like really fast aimbot. You can see, really snappy. Yeah, so this is like the basics of the aimbot. So that's pretty quick. Let's gods off and see it performs. As you saw there, it's not aiming at the bone, at the head bone. So let me demonstrate here. It will aim at the center location and then the head distance, the head location. So it's not aiming at the head. So it's aiming at the like their shoot pose, and it's like somewhere here. So that's nothing. That's not good. I will fix that. Let me see here. Get bone pose. Yeah, that works. I think it's the number 8. That's the head. And I got a data symbol error here, most likely because that function calls something that yeah, probably this. No, let's see. Get entity bone, get bone, set up bones. It's using a lot of shit here. This is from us paste, so yeah, there's some checks here that's good for HVH, I think. Making the bones, bone matrix get recreated when you call it. So let's see. I think it's number 8. I can probably maybe. I could do it in here as well, but the problem is that in this source it's calling setup bones every time. I would only call it once for every player, and then store that bone result and then do calculation on that bone matrix. But let's see. I think 8 will work. I will also add a simple vis check to this, guys, so you can see how that works. You will have to do a trace, and I think this source have traces. Hopefully it does, else I can't really do it. So let's see. Aiming at the heads. Let's see if it's aims at the head. Yeah, it aims at the head now. But it will aim at this dude, even though I'm close to that one, I think. Yeah, because it will do that location, that location. Now I'm closest to this location, and then it will go to this one. This is something like you can live with this. It's not that horrible. But if you're calling set of bones 64 times just to get like the closest player, then you will have some bad performance issues. So, but this works fine. Let's see here. Oops. Let's change the FOV here to no, that's the smooth. Here's the FOV 180, so we get 4 full 360 degrees FOV, and then I'll kill everybody. Oh, that guy was really hard to kill. Let's see. Let's start working on the vis check here now. Okay. I'll see. 52 minutes. I hope, I think some of you guys will still be watching, hopefully, not close the video down. Write in the comments if you haven't stopped watching. Okay, so let's do a vis check now. I will do the vis check inside of my get closest enemy to crosshair, because if the enemy isn't, it will be like if it's valid. If we are really lucky, this source already have something like this, but else I will make it. So is visible. Is let's see if it have anything like that. Pelvis ang? No. It doesn't have a function that checks if the player is visible. So I will probably have to do one myself here. Okay, I'll have to close it. I will probably do it inside of another function than this. You can see that there's some auto wall and stuff like that inside of this source. And I won't use that because I will show you guys how to do it. So, and it already had a FOV2 function here as well, and some other stuff. Let's see if I can find a good place to put it. Do I want to put it here? No, I don't want to do that. I want to do it in the entity, like here somewhere. Let's see all the names, so there's nothing like it already. It doesn't look like there's anything about visual, if somebody is visual, if there's a trace. No, I wouldn't say there is. So no, so let's make one. It should be a bool. Is visible. I think it's spelled like that, but if it isn't, then I don't care. I think it's visible, something like that. Okay. Inside of this func, I will do, let's see. This func can only be called inside of create move. Okay, guys. So, because if you call it in paint reverse or any other hook, and you're only getting the local player in create move, then you will most likely sometimes get an issue with local player not being valid, and then you will crash. So yeah. Interfaces. Let's see. It should have an engine trace. Trace. Yeah, it had. Thank Lord. Trace ray, and there's 2 trace rays defined here. I don't really know if there's a difference. Could be. Let's do the one that I thought looked regular. So it will take a ray. So ray, define it here. This one I most likely need to init, start and end. Yeah. Start will be G local player, IPOS, I position here, and the end position will be the entity's head location, or something like that. But I won't do the bone location because of the need of calling set of bones. Could get the bone matrix from a pointer, but with my experience, that crashes sometimes. So yeah, let's do the like I position as well, and check if it's if the trace have gone all the way, then we know it's visible, as well as a check inside of here. This, okay, so this is now the ray. Put it here. Most likely need to put a mask. Let's do mask visible. Trace filter. Filter. There's no define for that. So C trace filter is what we're going to use, I think, yeah. The filter and the trace. So with this trace, we will get all the information from the trace. So it's most likely also, let's see, trace to trace, will it be like that? Yes. No suitable conversation function. Okay, so most likely it have to be like that, but it have a constructor. Is that so? I want to see if it have a constructor. Constructor. See, trace filter should hit entity. Doesn't seem to. Yeah. Need to do something else here. This one would not work. Just fucking, yeah. It's the same shit. It will probably most likely work if I just cast it. And this one is C trace filter. Let's see. I trace filter. No conversation from. I haven't used this base before. Okay. C trace filter. Okay. It really fucking complains. Okay. Okay, it really complains, guys. So let's just do it like, yeah, you can see it worked. Filter entity. What does that trace field entities only? We don't want to just trace entities because we want to trace everything else. Also add ourself to the skip list here. So we're skipping ourselves, so we don't, because you know our head is in front of our like shoot position, like our head location that this gets. So yeah, we want to skip ourselves, else we're going to get like it's not visible. Okay, so if trace dot pent entity here is equals to this, then we have hit, or if the trace fraction equals 1, because then we know that it have reached all the way to the destination, and yeah, then we know that it's visible. So yeah, return true. And most hopefully this it will not fuck up when I'm compiling it now. It could, so yeah, it could, so we could change it somewhere else maybe if that's the case. So let's build. Now it's the moment of truth. Yeah, no, yeah, it's this one is not defined. Let's just let's make it so we can use this in every and any hook as well here, because G wasn't defined. So let's just make get the local player instead. So engine client, get local player, copy this, interfaces, PIA entity list, something like that. Yeah, get client entity, and then put the local player inside of that. I don't know why I'm pressing that fucking key. Control X or something, I don't know. Let's see. Now we got the local player. If local player, then we do that shit, else we do nothing. Else we say it's not visible. So yeah, and like that and like that. So now let's see. It will probably complain about the traces now or something. Use of undefined types entity list. Where the fuck? Is this undefined? This really makes me... Oh, I'm so tired. I shouldn't have made this video today, I think. But it's being made. Interfaces. Why is there a trace? I didn't include that, but okay. SDK. No. SDK. I fucked up. Let's do it. SDK headers. Let's see what it have. Does it have interface it. Let's see. List, ent list. I want to see what that is actually. It's, yeah. Let's see if it builds when I'm doing that. It could be that it can only be like included once. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of problems here now because I did that. So let's just do this shit some other place, because I won't deal with this shit. I would not build the source so stuff like this would happen, but I haven't built this base. Yeah, fucking get away. I don't wanna get away. These are stuff that shouldn't be here. Is visible. Can I just collapse everything and get my entity? Is visible. Let's take that and go somewhere else. To the legit bot maybe. Yeah, let's put it here. Put it like this, but C base entity enemy and also local. There's a lot of problem solving here, guys. So yeah, and I don't think there's a need for the local check now. Enemy, local. Yeah, nice. I'll define this. Also, I'll take a look inside of the here up top. Did I remove it? No, but now it is. Does it build? That's the question. Most likely not. I probably need to include traces or something, or maybe it should be included. I just think that inside of the entity here, like all the entity functions, like everything should be included here as well, so you can use everything, but it's not how it's made in this source. No errors here. It's probably going to get an error. Oh, no, fucking great. Okay, let's do it here now. Let's do the vis check. Is visible, and then we do local player and the entity. Okay. Let's see if it builds again here now. Hopefully I'm still recording fucking 1 hour. Let's see. I wanna also take a look inside of here. See how it's doing. Let's see. It's called enemy stat. That's, let's see. Skipping myself, my eye position to that enemy's eye position. Let's see if it crashes, then it's the wrong trace rate. No, it didn't crash. Let's take a look inside of the trace here. It found an entity, and let's see, the fraction left solid is the only thing I can see. The fraction is not 1, so it reached half the way. Weird. False. That's most likely because it's myself or something like that. I don't know. Let's see if it works. It didn't crash, so yeah, I can't hit him for some reason, because I think there's something in the way. Let's take a look here. Yeah? I would say that this check is working, because now there's no one visible and I can't aim at anybody. Let's walk to the... Oh, found somebody somewhere. Yeah, I found him there through the cracks. It needs to get like to the head exactly. Oh, and now it aimed. So that's how you can do a vis check, guys. And now everybody should be visible, except some guy wasn't. I'm not fully sure why. I think it's good enough. Yeah. I would say that this is pretty much ready for matchmaking. If you would put it like 3 maybe, like this is like the FOV. And if you do like smoothing like 5 maybe. And I don't wanna only have that, I wanna have VK left button as well, like the so when I'm clicking it will aimbot. So let's try that. Okay, so now when I'm shooting and close to somebody, it will aimbot. You can see it moved closer to him, and not when I'm far away. And let's see. Let's put some wall hacks on because we don't have any ESP yet. I will most likely show you guys how to make an ESP as well. You can see he's behind a wall and my aimbot doesn't aim at him, doesn't aim at him, doesn't aim at him, not at him, no one here except him. He is not behind the wall, but everybody else are behind the wall here except this guy when I'm like here. Let's see. No, I can't get it to work on him, but like it doesn't aim and it aims, not no one here. Him it aimed at. Yeah, so this can be like used for matchmaking now, I think. Oops. So now let's just play like usual. I think it's working pretty good, guys. Let's try other guns here. Also, I'm really sorry guys, it's really loud. This really helps me aim. And I can also press middle mouse button to have it aim like this. Let's see if I can use like this one. Let's see here if it will transfer over to that guy. Yeah, it did. Really nice. Yeah, guys, this is like how you make a basic. It's not really that basic. It's like almost a complete aimbot, I would say. Some stuff I would change is add vars to the IMGUI menu. I don't know if I think this source already have vars pre-made, but I'm not sure. Let's see if I can config. No, I don't think it. I know it has values, but I don't know the command for it here. But yeah, guys, I don't think I will post this base. I won't make you able to download this base. You will most likely just have to watch my tutorial, follow through, do everything I've done here. It's not that much code, as you can see, but coming up with the code and making the code takes some time. As you can see, it has taken me 1 hour and 15 minutes, coding it and explaining it for you guys, running into several problems, like the source doesn't include everything where it should, and starting to try to include stuff that isn't like it's not made to have it included there will cause a lot of problems. So yeah, I've shown you guys how to get around that somehow. Not an ideal solution, I don't think. If I would have made it, I would have made it so I could have include stuff and do some advanced functions inside of here. But this source don't have that, so I haven't gone over how the calc angle function works. I did that in my old Aimbot tutorial, but it's not up anymore. So it's not really, it's just some basic math. Vector angles here, it's, let me see here. It basically just, it's just some basic trigonometry. Right here it looks really advanced. My function didn't look like this. There's some normalization done here, so most likely because if you read about trigonometry and angles, there's different, I think it's called quadrants, and there's some issue there, and I think it's addresses those here. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is how you can make like a, yeah, simple, not that advanced legit bot. You can also change it up, make it a rage bot, I think. If I make this one to 1 to an example, it would aim like without any smoothing, so it will be instant like this. Oops. And I also need to have up the FOV check there to have it really snappy. There's no hit scan, so it's not, it doesn't check if it can hit the head, or if it can't hit the head, it will like hit the arm if only arm is possible to hit. It doesn't do that. There's a lot more you can do to have a better rage bot, or even a better legit bot, that would say, because if there's only an arm showing, you want your aimbot to shoot the arm. But I won't show you how to do that or anything like that. It would be a long time to show you guys. So let's finish off by doing the challenge here, I think. Oops. And I think it starts when I'm, no, it's not. It's my aimbot, like, let's see. Yeah, when I'm starting now, when I'm shooting, let's see, this will start, and let's see my score. Yeah, I think it worked pretty good for being such a simple aimbot, and there's no engine prediction in this source, so like you could see, I shot them in the chest sometimes, but that's because the net force isn't predicted, so it's not perfect. The recoil management isn't perfect and stuff like that, but this is the best we'll get it, and I think it's pretty good. There's nothing wrong with this at all. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next tutorial, and I think that might be an ESP tutorial. So yeah, bye guys.